It's time.
She's spilling the tea.
This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, it looks like congratulations are in order for Drake yet again. He has broke another record. He surpassed Madonna for the most top 10 hits in Hot 100 history. So he just got his 39th and 40th top 10 hits. That's for being featured on DJ Khaled's latest singles, Pop Star, and also Grease, which opened at numbers 3 and number 8 in the Billboard Hot 100.
Well, congratulations to him.
To Aubrey.
Yes, so right below him, Madonna has 38, then the Beatles 34, Rihanna 31, Michael Jackson 30, Mariah 28, and Stevie Wonder 28. But he has 40.
All right.
Yeah, I have a feeling Rihanna's going to break that record if and when she decided to ever put out another album.
All right, now Ellen DeGeneres' show, her workplace is under investigation by Warner Media. We've been hearing a lot of things about Ellen DeGeneres and how she's not the nicest person behind the scenes. You know, she's been called out by a few different people on Twitter, and other people in the past have said, including comedian Kevin Porter, said that she was one of the meanest people alive. And he did a whole viral Twitter thread encouraging anybody who encountered her to come up and respond about their insane stories, and people definitely did. There were thousands of replies. A new staff member was told every day she picks someone different to really hate. It's not your fault. Just suck it up for the day, and she'll be mean to someone else the next day. And that new staffer said they didn't believe it at first, but it did end up being entirely true. So now they're investigating for workplace hostility, and you know, they said this totally goes against the message that she recites at the end of every show. Be kind to one another.
I wonder what exactly do they call mean? Because tough doesn't always equate to mean. And I've seen a lot of women who get called mean.
No, there's a difference between tough and mean.
They would just be getting called, you know, a boss.
No, there's a difference between tough and mean.
But that's why I asked. I wonder what they call mean. Like, what do they call mean?
And I think if there's enough people saying it, and not even just people at her staff, but, you know, there's stories about her going to restaurants and complaining about a person's nails that was serving them, and just, you know, all kinds of weird things. So.
Let me ask you, Charlamagne, you worked with Wendy Williams. Was she tough or mean? Or neither?
I would say she was tough. Okay, Wendy was a perfectionist. She operated on a high level, and she wanted that from everyone around her. So it's certain things that I'm sure some people would consider mean, you know, yelling, screaming, cursing at people, but I just considered it tough. She was mean to guests for sure, though. Like actual celebrities who came on the show. But to those of us who worked for her, I would say just tough.
Ask me.
Was Miss Jones, used to work for Miss Jones.
Correct.
Was Miss Jones mean or tough?
C. Both. She was mean and she was tough. She was both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
I want to say both. My answer is C.
It's hard for me to call Wendy mean, though, because hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying? And when I look back on the situation and what she was going through and everything she had to endure, you know, in her married life, I can understand why she would possibly be seen as coming off mean to certain people.
Yeah. Well,
when it came to people who worked with her, she was tough. When it came to those guests who came on the show and other celebrities that she was talking about, mean.
Yeah, well, Miss Jones was both. She was both. It made me tougher, but she was both mean and tough. She didn't play about her ish.
All right. Well, Oprah's coming back to television since we're talking about TV. So she's going to be doing her own show now, and it's going to be taking on racism. It's a new TV discussion series for Apple TV, The Oprah Conversation, which debuts July 30th. And it's basically talking with white people about racism and bringing humanity back to the conversation, according to Oprah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm sure a lot of people will have missed her having her own daytime talk show. But her magazine, the Oprah magazine, is actually not going to be available in print anymore. They said they're going digital. So that's the brand celebrating 20 years of They're thinking about what's next. They said the partnership and the brand are not going away. It's a natural next step for the brand. It'll be more digitally centric.
Okay.
For all the Oprah fans out there. And, you know, I just wanted to bring this up since we've been talking about what's happening with schools and people having to sign a waiver to send their kids to school. Emirates, the airline, has a new strategy. They need some passengers to get on their flights in the midst of this pandemic. You know, they are only operating at 10% right now. So what they've decided to do is they're going to cover medical expenses, pay for quarantine costs, and hotel rooms, everything for up to 2 weeks. And if the worst happens, if you happen to die, they'll also pay for your funeral
Oh,
And
great.
that is
Thanks.
available for travel
Thanks.
between now and October 31st. They said it's valid for 31 days from the moment that you take your first flight, and it covers you even if you travel to another city. So they'll be covering that insurance for you to try to encourage people who are scared to travel.
Oh, that's nice of them. Thanks for covering my funeral.
I'm good. I'm good. As soon as I see that death wave, I'm cool. I don't think there's no way I got to be that bad. I'll be all right.
All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Reports.